Hi guys, Robbo46 here, welcome yourselves back to MotoGP 20 on the Xbox One X. Moto2 time at Kota. Daisy Jackson on the second row of the grid in fourth. That's better qualifying than her qualifying at Qatar. Carmona in seventh. So not bad. Let's see how they get on with the race. I mean, Carmona's result at Qatar was very disappointing. I was expecting him to be doing a little bit better than that. I mean, his qualifying has been fine. That seems to be his race results, but we'll see what happens here. Daisy on the second row of the grid. Here we go. Second round of the season. Towards turn one. And Daisy going around the outside of Schrotter to put herself into fifth. She's actually lost a place there. She's trying to get back up to fourth. She's got it. Carmona, not a great start. He's down in 12th at the moment, getting a bit beaten up there. So not a good start for Carmona. Meanwhile, Daisy in fourth. Is she going to be able to fight? She took a while to get going in the first race, the opening race. I was a little bit concerned. But never write her off because she proved me wrong. Oh, she's got Nagashima there ready to come past. Are you going to get Dalla Porta now, or are you going to wait? Because the front two are getting away. And past she goes into third. That's a very defensive line into the hairpin. But it worked. Nice. Carmona in 18th, 17th place. Carmona, what are you doing? This isn't Moto3. You need to go for it. Not that Moto3's any easier. Still got to be ruthless in that as well. Yeah, Carmona not doing a great job at the moment. We'll see how his race progresses, but the thing that concerns me is that he kind of gets going again a bit like Rizal does towards the end of the race. And if he's already lost like loads of positions already, I'm just thinking he's going to continue dropping back. And he may end up towards the back of the field. And then when he gets going, it's going to be too late. So back with Daisy at the front, third position. She's going to start putting the hammer down, trying to catch Luti in second and Navarro out in the lead. 5 laps around here. Daisy definitely a different approach this season, it seems. Last season she wasn't too keen on seeing anyone else lead but her, and if she was behind someone, she would literally get past as quick as possible. Seems like this season she's not too fussed. As long as she's there or thereabouts, then she'll just attack at her own pace. I mean, it worked in the first race, so that's fine. She's just got to go careful because Nagashima is right behind her. Carmona, yeah, he's losing more positions. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, not looking good for Carmona. He might struggle to get in the points. Back with Daisy, still in third. Doesn't look any closer to Luti. We'll see what the lap times are in this one. See who's done the fastest lap. So obviously this is their first flying lap, so we'll see where they are. It wouldn't surprise me. It's looking visibly like Navarro's going to be having the fastest lap for this one, because he is just edging away. Okay. Through the final corner. Navarro 208.7. Any advancements on that? Not at the moment. Not at the moment. Still no advancements. Sometimes it comes up halfway through the lap, but yeah, we'll keep an eye out. But yeah, Daisy, if she wants to win, she needs to get going because that gap is growing. That gap is growing quite a bit. So we're on lap 3 of 5. Yeah, she needs to start getting the hammer down if she wants to catch them. There I look, see where Carmona is. 17th, okay, he is starting to make his way forward. So just behind Manzi. In fact, through on Manzi he goes. Just behind Kasmayuddin. Right, so he's nearly back in the points. See what I mean? He starts to get going like mid-race. I think Daisy's closed the gap down a little bit. I think she's pushing on. I tell you what, she took a load out of Luti there. She's on it. She's on it. Yeah, she's getting better acceleration out the corners. Nearly into the back of Luti there. Around the outside, that's a cheeky move. Navarro's getting away. You need to get past really, really soon. Where's Nagashima? Is he still there? No, Nagashima's dropped off. But Luti is down to 3rd now as Daisy moves into 2nd. This is probably going to be a fastest lap from Daisy. Wouldn't surprise me. But now she's got some work to do to close that gap down. Yeah, fastest lap, Daisy Jackson 2:08.5. She's got 2 laps to try and close in on Navarro. Carmona still in 16th. Still behind Kasmayuddin. Here he goes for the inside. He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. Nope, not this time. But at least there's a big group ahead of him, so he should be able to make up a few positions. Right, Daisy, what have you got in the locker? Can you catch Navarro? That's what I want to know. Well, whatever happens, she's going to continue podium streak, that's for sure. I think that's just the camera making it look closer than it is. She does another fastest lap, then, I mean, Navarro's just looking behind him there. Yeah, still a pretty big gap there at the moment. If she does another fastest lap, then we know her intentions. So whether she can pull it off. Alright, let's have a look to see what the gap is by looking at the cockpit camera. So it is saying a second. That is the gap. I don't think she's going to be able to do this. Still a second. It's come down a fraction, but not much. It's still about a second. Yeah, I think Navarro might have this one. The only thing we know is that Navarro isn't very consistent in a season, so it's no biggie if she doesn't win. Of course, she does want to, but gap over the line, 0.7. No, that's just how much quicker she was. Less than a tenth of a second quicker than Navarro on that previous lap. Okay, we'll wait for the first split, see what it says. But yeah, I don't think she's going to catch Navarro. I don't think she's got it in her. Not unless she's really going to pick up the pace. I think she's going as quick as she can. Right, split coming up. It is 0.8. So it has come down. It's less than a second. Back to Carmona. 14th place. That's a couple of points just ahead of Vierge. I don't think he's going to get Sire in and the next group. He's dropped back a bit. So eyes on Daisy. She is closing. But I still remain confident that she's not going to do this. I still don't think she's got enough time. I think she's left it a little bit too late. But we shall see. Second place is still fine. Closing in on the brakes. Yeah, I can't see her really getting past now. She's not closing like she was on Luti. She was closing on Luti in quite big chunks, but yeah, I think Navarro has just about got this one. Can't really see anywhere for Daisy to get through. Plus, there's still a little gap there. It's a very, very small gap, but yeah, I think it's just enough. So Daisy Jackson, a first and a second in the first two races now. Navarro will take victory here. Daisy just left it a little bit too late. Another lap and yeah, she would have got him. But second place. That's okay. Carmona. Oh! Carmona's going to get Schrotter here. He is. That's a bit of a surprise. What about the run to the line, though? Okay, Carmona snuck into 13th position there. Or at least he kept fighting. So Daisy Jackson. Oh, it's gone straight to the bloody points again. Daisy Jackson does lead the championship from Navarro now, who is up 8 positions to second, 14 points behind. Nakashima in third now. Remy Gardner up to 4th. Schrotter in 5th. Bastianini in 6th. Marini in 7th. Fernandez in 8th. Up 24 places. Canet in 14th. 14th, in 9th even. He's up 14 places. Lowe's down 5 places to 10th. Bezecchi up to 11th. Luti up to 12th. Dalla Porta up to 13th. Where is Carmona? There he is. He's down 4 places to 17th place. So not ideal. There is a hell of a lot of changes there though. Hell of a lot of changes. Jake Dixon, he's not... Well, none of these can really change because they're all on 0. But everyone else though, changing at least one position. Apart from Daisy. Team Championship, we are in the lead now by 16 points. So that's good. That is a good job done. Part firm 8 for Daisy. So yeah, not quite the win today, but she's still got the pace. I think she needs to get going just a little bit sooner. And yeah, one more lap and she would have definitely got into the lead, but fine. Her podium record continues and it is maintained. Argentina is next. Argentina time for Moto2. Daisy Jackson on the second row again in 5th position, but I'm sure she is ahead of Carmona. Xavi Carmona, where is he? Yep, down in 13th. His qualifying results seem to be getting worse now. Right. Let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure Carmona is going to drop outside the points, probably before turn 1. So not looking forward to that. 5th row for him. Right. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Try and get a good start if you can, Daisy. Staying in 5th. Staying in 5th. Into turn 1. Up to 3rd place. 4th. 3rd. Looking in the background to see where Carmona is. I think he's actually made positions up. He's made 1 up. He's up to 12th. Oh, that was Aaron Canet who was out the seat there. Carmona nearly on the grass. Wow. That was close. Daisy's already up to 3rd, which is very, very good. Oh, Fernandez is through. Fernandez seems to be the only rider holding the throttle fully open there. So Daisy relegated to 4th. Carmona still in 10th, just behind Schrotter. Going around the outside of Schrotter. Looking behind him. And he's up to 9th. Okay. Alright, so Daisy in 4th. I think Fernandez is going to win this. The way that he went past them all on the straight. He must have literally been the only AI that had the throttle fully open. Even Daisy didn't have it fully open. Right, expecting Fernandez to blast past the leader. Maybe on the start-finish straight. So Luti leads. Fernandez in 2nd. Dalla Porta in 3rd. Daisy in 4th. Carmona still in 9th. Here comes Daisy. No. Okay, Fernandez didn't get through either. That's a bit of a surprise. Maybe he's waiting for the back straight to get past. Okay. Right, here we go. I'm expecting Daisy to get through. I'm expecting Fernandez to go through. That gap is growing. Come on, Daisy. There we go. 3rd position. Fernandez didn't get through. That's a bit surprising. Carmona's still in 9th, but he's on the back of Baldassarri, so he is in a group. He's got Bezzecchi just behind him. So he is in a group, so that's good. Learn. And also get quicker. Oh. Back with Daisy. That is a pretty hefty gap at the moment. But she is dropping Dalla Porta. Dalla Porta is dropping back into the clutches of the 2 speed-ups of Digi Antonio and Jorge Navarro. In fact, I think they've both gone through. Oh, Navarro going the long way around. I don't think. Has he made it stick? Yes, he has. Okay. So Daisy is now being chased by the 2 speed-ups. Luti fastest lap, a 1:40.9. He's actually starting to drop Fernandez. So Fernandez maybe doesn't have the pace that I thought he did. Carmona's still in 9th. This is a much better outing for Carmona at the moment. Previous couple of races he would have dropped down quite considerably already, but the fact that he's still in 9th, he started, what, 13th? And he is with a few more people, so a good top 10 would be very much welcomed. Okay. Daisy's still coming off the throttle a little bit, but not as much as before. I think she's closing in on Fernandez. She is. But again, as she left it a little bit too late to catch the leader, Luti. Again, it's looking very likely she'll continue her podium streak. Unless Digi Antonio has anything to do with it. But he might. Carmona's still in 9th. Just behind Nagashima now, because Baldassarri's moved up to 7th. Here comes Carmona just closing in a little bit. Oh, Dalla Porta is really dropping like a stone now. He's just moved down to 7th place. Baldassarri up to 6th. Carmona all over the back of Nagashima. But I think that both of these guys are going to get past Dalla Porta. Because Dalla Porta really starting to struggle now. Oh, Gardner going around the outside. Schrotter's there as well. Okay, it's all going to get a bit fighty around here. We're going to get very fighty. Here comes Bezzecchi between both Schrotter and Gardner, but Schrotter's got the inside. Gardner and Bezzecchi going very wide. Schrotter makes it 10th position for him. Okay. Daisy's up to 2nd. We missed her overtake, but she's up to 2nd. And Digi is through on Fernandez as well. But that is a big, big gap. That is a massive gap. What is the gap? It is 1.9. It's nearly 2 seconds. I can't see her closing that down. Can't see her closing that down. 2 seconds. Nah. Even the great Daisy Jackson isn't going to close that down. Luckily, she will still extend her championship lead. Oh, Carmona, he's trying to get past Nagashima. Come on. No, in fact, he's lost a position. He's losing a couple of positions. He's losing 3 positions. No, he's staying in 10th. Schrotter has got past Nagashima. Here comes Bezecchi up the inside. Here comes Lowe's around the outside. So Carmona lost 2 positions in 1 there. Carmona down to 12th place. So maybe he's not going to get it just inside the top 10 for this one. Right. Keeping on the fastest laps. Nothing popped up there for Daisy. So, no. This is a penultimate lap of the race. We'll wait for the first split. And then we'll go to the cockpit cam review. Just to see what that gap is. So it was 1.9. Well, that's saying that Daisy was 3,000 slower than Luti. And the gap, which will be coming up soon. There we go. 1.8. It's actually come down to 10th. But that doesn't really mean anything, because if it's just a 10th of a second, yeah, she's not going to do it. Luti has got this one. Luti has got this one. Just see what the next split says, just out of curiosity. 1.7, so yeah, it is coming down. Like I said, it's not going to be enough. It's too late in the day. Carmona's still in 12th, and it looks like Nagashima has got a second wind. In fact, Hector Garzo has come through. Hector Garzo up to 11th. Navarro, he's starting to go backwards now. Yeah, he is, because Garzo has just got in front of him as well. And Carmona all over the back of Navarro now. Go around him. Don't go through him. Go on, Carmona. That'll be 11th. 11th place for Xavi Carmona. Can he get inside the top 10? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Daisy, were you quicker on that lap? Yeah, only by just under 0.3 of a second quicker, which is obviously nowhere near enough. That gap is too big. That gap is too big. It's still going to be at least 1.6, I would say. Let's see what the gap actually says. 1.4, okay. A little bit less than I was expecting, but this is the final lap. Still a big ask to try and close that down now. Carmona's back to 12th. Luca Marini's making his way through. So Carmona, unfortunately, he's going to finish 12th. I don't think he's going to get any further up the order. Daisy Jackson, she's trying, but she is going to run out of time, unfortunately. Like I said, she will extend her championship lead. But yeah, her dominance on this this season just doesn't seem to be there at the moment. Okay. So yeah, it is. She is really closing that gap down. But like I said, it is the last lap. It's the last corner. Luti wins. Daisy in second. Daisy, fastest lap of the race. I thought she would. 40.7. Carmona is going to come home in 12th. Well, there's still some points. So there we go. Second and 12th. Yeah, Daisy had the fastest lap on the final lap. So Luti wins from Daisy in second. Digi took the third, Baldassari 4th, Schrotter 5th, Lowe's in 6th, Bezecchi 7th, Dalla Porta 8th, Fernandez in 9th, Marini 10th, Hector Garzo in 11th. Carmona in 12th. Championship. Yep, so Daisy Jackson has a 30-point lead over Luti, who has moved up 10 places to second place in the championship now. And Navarro in 3rd. Where is Carmona? There he is, still 17th. Still 17th. He's only just got double digits on his points. Well, there we go. Team Championship, we are still leading by 11 points this time. Parc Ferme for Daisy. Let's hope she can kind of restore some sort of authority soon and go back to her winning ways. At least she is still on the podium. She's still maintained that podium streak. But yeah, we'll have to see how she gets on in the next couple of races. But anyway, guys, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay safe and to wash your hands. See you!